Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play. We are back in Nightfall. I apologize for the short break in videos, just had a lot of stuff going on. Members of my family are actually antiques dealers, and we had a big antique show this week, so I've been helping them with that most of the week. We also had a tree come down in the backyard I had to take care of, but besides that, we're back. A little bit of a housekeeping. We will be streaming again, generally around night times, playing some Genshin, some Honkai, maybe some Guild Wars, depending on what needs to be done. To prepare for the next Let's Play episode, you're more than welcome to come hang out. I normally will be streaming soon after the video comes out. If you're interested, my Twitch is in the link of every video. Also, this Saturday I will be going away for a little bit, but I think I will probably try to batch pre-record a lot of videos and have them ready to go. And have them coming out. I should try to do at least some of that, so it's not as big of a gap, because I'll be going away for a bit, going to the beach. But anyway, that is all the housekeeping done. Let's get back to the episode. Let's read this Gate of Desolation outpost description, because we haven't done that yet. Once a mighty edifice designed to repel the desert raiders like Palawajoko, the Gates of Desolation are a broken skeleton, slowly being reclaimed by the desert. A few determined traders hang on, while their customers are mostly centaurs from the plains. Yeah, so this is kind of the border between Korna and the Desolation. A lot of dynastic spirits here, back from the olden times. Very cool outpost. Interesting is that Ascension Pilgrim, a lot of these have like Ascalonian models. I know all the spirits in this game have Ascalonian models, so that's really why. But it's quite interesting that there's like mainly Ascalonian. You would figure they'd be Alolan. There's some trees hanging on in the sulfurous wastes. Various little vendors set up. Looks like there's a pretty decent Whispers contingency here. So let's just have a little bit of a look around the outpost. I really should have put some of those items that let me run faster in outposts around the tree. Pretty cool. The Desolation is kind of cool. Not necessarily my favorite area in this campaign, but definitely a very cool design. Some like water, some dye, a couple traders still hanging out. There's ghosts. Yeah, and as we get into the Desolation, it's going to be more and more ghosts, obviously, because people can't live out in the Desolation, so. Here's all the henchmen. There's still a little bit of greenery around, not a lot. But that's a pretty cool, hazy, cracked ground with the stuff coming out of it. So let's go head on to the mission then, and we will continue. Hopefully find a way across the desert. That rancid undead two-legged walker is waiting for you at the edge of the Desolation. I wouldn't trust him if I were you, but I surmise you don't have much choice. You can't just sit around and wait for Abaddon and Nightfall to come to us. Let me know when you are ready. Very true. I would not trust Palawajoko as far as I could throw him. I can't throw him very far. Before you can master the Desolation, you must first master the beasts. Those are not up to the test. Die painful, horrible death. The great worm Ananju waits for you to mortal. Tame the queen or perish in her belly. My tenuous scrap on the desolate sands is weakening. I can show you where to go, but the task of taming the worm is yours alone. Be careful, I don't trust the shambling undead two-legged lord any farther than I could kick him. Don't worry, Zed, we've got your back. No human, I will have your back. You lead, I will follow. Venture close to the worm spore and you will awaken Ananju. But be sure you're prepared to challenge the Queen of Worms. Once you have awoken her, she will not rest until she is tamed, or you're kicking and screaming inside her gullet. Yeah, so we essentially have to defeat some... Right. I totally forgot about this. So, yes, the Desolation actually auto-kills your team if they go inside of it. So, what you kind of have to do is flag your heroes back so they will not run into the Desolation. because they will auto die if they touch the sand for too long. There actually is a way around it. Trying to see if I can get the debuff real quick to show you. See that debuff there? That's the debuff that'll auto kill you if you leave it on you too long. There are ways around it to kind of manipulate. Turn the sound down a little bit. I feel like it's a little loud. Hopefully it's okay. There are ways around it to kind of manipulate it, but not very easy to do, especially to have the heroes do them. I probably will do a side episode. Maybe as early as tomorrow, to be honest with you. Showing you how you can get around the effect to do some weird stuff. That might be cool. It might not be tomorrow's video. I don't know. We'll see. I have to think about it a little bit. I want to be at a certain point in the story before I show that off, but kill the spirit so we don't lose as much energy. But we got some new enemies: the awakened great giants, the awakened acolytes, all, I guess, ex-servants of Palawajoku. Oh, here's Chitara the Lonely. A Paragon. I wonder what elite he has. Maybe I should check what elite he has before we came here. Yeah, whatever. You've completed her first challenge, but a ninja will not wield so easily. Alright, now I'm going to try to unflag the heroes and hopefully we can do enough damage to her. I don't know if you can one-phase her here. I think you might have to. Alright, now we're going to flag everybody back again so nobody goes teleporting into the frickin' sands and dying. Luckily, we don't have to do anything like defend Palawajoku here or anything, so we can just kind of kill stuff at our leisurely pace. We'd even run away if we really wanted to. There's a couple missions where you can do cool stuff like that, like basically run away, let all the waves of mobs spawn, and then you just jump in and absolutely nuke it before it gets a chance to do anything to you. I think it'd be pretty fun. Enva the Crafty. If I remember correctly, this is actually a pretty long mission. Because there's this part in the beginning and then there's another section even after that. This dude, oh, this dude has Soldier's Stance, which is gives him a high block chance. That's why he took so long. Man, these Awakening Grey Giants are all about that energy Nile. They have Quicksand, they have the Ranger skill that removes energy from you. And whenever they die, you see how there's this awakened head thing here? It pops off the giant and they split into two. Actually, I don't think it's when it dies. I think it's when it hits like 50%. Someone leveled up. I thought everybody was max level already. Alright, the queen is back. The queen! The queen! Impressive mortal. Truth be told, very few survive the first challenge, and none, save myself, survive until the second. Until now. Actually, let's flag everybody back. I want to pull them out of the sulfur if we can. Alright, that's far enough out of the sulfur. Nimnak the Unpleasant. You're a tamer of the sands, and Unju has deemed you worthy of riding her kin. Do not abuse this gift unless you signed yourself Worm Feud. Interact with the Worm Sword to become one with the Jindu. Your bodies and minds will merge, and traversing these sulfurous sands will be instinctual. Follow me, mortal. I'll guide you through the sands of desolation, but beware of the armies of Abaddon infest this area. Okay, so now we get to become the worm. I always used to thought that we actually get eaten by the worm, but apparently not. Apparently we don't actually get eaten by the worm. Apparently we just become part of the worm. So the worms have their own unique skill bars. Just some AoE, some knockdown. Are you gonna... Oh, I see. We need to get through here. Okay. Some AoE, some knockdown, a stance that makes you run faster and knocks people down, a heal, a res, and a skill that lets you leave. You'll see the elite is actually unknown. That's for later. But the Jinundu are pretty interesting. I don't like them because the fun part about this game is using your own skills, not really using a skill bar that the game is designed for you, but they do some pretty big numbers, so it makes killing groups of enemies quite easy with them. You also do have 3,000 HP, so... One thing that is quite interesting, though, is your... it does actually matter what your... what weapon you're wielding whenever you're a Jinundu. So, like, you'll get stuff like the Zealous effect from a weapon, or like the Vampiric effect from a weapon that'll actually still count while you're a worm. Like, there's another couple things. But, like, for that reason, for example, I have a spear on, so my attack is ranged. But I believe if I put this sword on, yeah, it'll force me into melee range to auto-attack. Looks like they do the same damage regardless, but this means if you have a ranged weapon, you can actually do a ranged auto-attack. Which can be important later on, despite the fact that a lot of the Jinundu skills are melee skills. Alright, Palawa. Come on. Come on. There we go. So here's the important thing coming up. You see how this color changes? This actually means that the worms can't get through here. So this is like a safe area that both worms and players can be on, but this blackish stone here is terrain that's too rocky for the worm to tunnel through. So you got to get out of your worms. Yeah, the Jinundu have their limitations. Rocky terrain means they're tunneling. You'll have to separate from your worms to get through here. So yeah, we can't permanently be in the worm. Sadly. Ooh. Actually doing pretty good, damn. Oh, it's because we have the Lightbringer title now. I went and picked that up in the previous, at the end of the previous episode. So you get an extra 5% damage and 1 damage reduction for each, rank you have. It goes up to 8. So at rank E, that's 40% bonus damage. That makes one of the elite areas, like, you're able to just absolutely blast damage in one of the end game zones because of that. I would argue the end game zone is probably one of the big 3. The Despite the fact that there are 5 elite zones, 3 of the 5 are not really the same level as the other 3. Yeah, the Canthan ones aren't nearly as, like, in-depth or hard as the other ones. I don't know. Maybe they are with heroes and, like, without players, but with players and using kind of the specific speed clearish tactics, the Canthan ones are way easier than the other ones. You can, like, basically 2-man them very fast with only 2 or 3-man them, with, like, only a couple people knowing what's going on. You just bring a whole bunch of people on random builds. The other ones are more specific of what you need to bring to actually complete. Come on, and Janoon do slaying. These things are quite scary. Just because they do a ton of damage. These sandstorm crags, they're quite scary. Alright, let's heal up. Look at that, plus 4.5k HP. Wait, where's our pet? Is the pet... Oh my gosh, the pet has its own worm. I didn't expect that. I wonder if it has skills. I guess it does. Let's look at this thing for a second. Is this the tech for, like, vanquishing this area? You just bring everybody on a ranger pet. See if it actually does anything. Because right now it's passive. Hasn't hit anything yet. Just auto attack. Okay, it doesn't look like it uses skills. It looks like it just auto attacks. I was wondering if you could get more and more worms, basically. Get a whole army of them if you have a whole bunch of rangers. But they definitely want you to know how good those worms are, because there are so many enemies here, like, compared to the rest of the game. Compared to standard group size. I'm gonna try to get this sandstorm Craig down first, since it's the scariest thing in this group by a pretty far margin. Alright, now we be able to kill everything else, no problem. Let's see, where are we going? Never mind, that's not the way we need to go. We need to go a different way. I thought it was weird that he stopped there. We need to go up this way. That's for the bonus, rescuing those Janundu young over there. Essentially the bonus is getting back other wormies. Uh-oh, we aggroed another group. Whatever will we do? Slam! 228 damage. Sheesh! 341. It's pretty cool whenever... It's cool that the worms give you such inflated numbers. It makes them feel really cool, like a really unique part of the game, even if they are kind of annoying at points. Like, it's cool just to see 3k HP, when normally as a player it's hard to get over 1,000, even with skills and stuff that buff HP and stuff like that. And gear and everything. And, like, damage over 100 is relatively rare, outside of, like, specific situations. Am I going the wrong way? I might be going the wrong way. I think we're trying to go up here. Oh, yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Where's Palajoku go? My inventory is full. I really should take care of that. I said I was gonna take care of that a long time ago. I lied. So I think we gotta go back up this way. I think I actually was going the right way, and I just kind of stopped. because I saw that Janindu Young, but I think you got to go past it. Yeah, there's Palawa. Maybe this mission isn't as long as I remember. I just figured, I was just like, oh, you got to get the worms and then you got to make your whole way here. But maybe only making your way here once you, at least if you know, you don't double back like I just did. It probably only takes you like 5 minutes. So it's probably normal mission length. It's just that split up between kind of like 2 sections. You have the travel to the area and the taming of the worm. Why do the worms have energy? They don't use energy. Do they have energy just so stuff like... I'm going to drop these trade contracts. These things are not super useful. There's a couple uses for them, but not a ton. Is it just to make it so, like, mesmers and stuff are that have E-surge don't do negative damage to you? Alright. Here we go. Bleh. Alright, cutscene. We made it.
Well, you seem to be more capable than I thought.
Given your low expectations, that would not be hard.
Easy now, my little plow horse. Now, if you don't mind, I will be taking my leave.
This abomination preyed on my people centuries ago.
Let
us return him to his tomb.
It took the armies of the Ossa clan to defeat me before. You think your motley band are their equal?
Zed, let him go.
He's dangerous. We should burn him.
He gave us what we wanted. We will let him go on his way.
I don't agree with him.
And that is why humans rule. And your people are beasts of burden. They think things through.
I'm with Zed on this one.
I've seen the last of him. He'll be back, and we'll regret having helped him.
Why did we let him go? I actually don't. There's no story logical reason. We should just throw his ass back in the tomb. But anyway, that's gonna be all for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed our first foray into Worm City. I want to thank you for coming out. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.